What's up, what's up? It's your boy Ken, and I'm back to you with another one. So basically, this one is kind of a response towards the fans who just believe that everybody is biased towards Anthony Joshua, right? So let's just look at a few things. Okay, let's start off with Anthony Joshua turning down $50 million, right? Guaranteed, $50 million guaranteed. And then with a 50-50 split, right? But then those same fans sit there and criticize, right, while neglecting the fact that Anthony Joshua turned down $50 million. So they say Deontay Wilder was offered the highest payday of his career, right? Which that was just debunked because he just made that with Tyson Fury. They said that he was offered the highest payday of his career, right? While they neglect the fact that it also would have been Anthony Joshua's highest payday of his career, right? Then they say, oh, well, he's not a man of his word, being Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he's just not a man of his word. He said that he'll take the $12 million. Then he said it ain't about legacy. Then he said that he will take the $15 million, right? Why he don't take the $15 million? Okay. So based off your own logic, that makes them in the same category, right? That puts them in the same boat because Anthony Joshua stated, you give me $50 million, I'll fight tomorrow. So is that not the same thing as Deontay Wilder saying, I will take the $15 million? Is that not the same thing? Because Anthony Joshua said that he would take the $50 million, but he didn't. But why is it that the fans look at it from the perspective that Deontay Wilder is ducking or he's being greedy because he doesn't want to accept a $15 million flat fee? Why is it that if I am biased, why isn't that the fans bringing this up? You guys are not bringing both sides up. You're not saying, well, you know what, Anthony Joshua had a better offer than what he offered Deontay Wilder, because he said that he would take the $50 million and Deontay Wilder said that he would take the $15 million. So both fighters basically said something that they end up not doing, right? Instead of y'all saying, you know what, both of these guys are playing, you just say Deontay Wilder is ducking. Deontay Wilder doesn't want the fight because he's basically not willing to get screwed, which he almost put himself in a situation to where he did get screwed. He was offered a contract with no date. He was offered a contract of a flat fee, which means that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have made 50 plus million or something like that, with around that, right? From the sales of what they did in the UK plus the pay-per-view they did in the US, right? So based off that logic, right, everybody knows that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua will be a way bigger fight than Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. We all know that, right? So now that that's out the window, we know that this fight is worth more than what Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua is willing to admit, right? Okay, so let's say that Deontay Wilder took that flat fee. They made $100 million. Deontay Wilder only get $15 million, while Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn gets $85 million, and the fans have a problem with Deontay Wilder not accepting that. Who is biased? And then the fact that Anthony Joshua say, "Oh, everybody can eat. Everybody can eat." Is that your definition of fair and everybody eating? Because Deontay Wilder offered you $50 million guaranteed, and you was going to get a 50-50 split upside. Basically, whatever you guys make outside of that outside of that 50 million, if they go over the 50 million, right, he still get a percentage. If he get 100 million, he still gets a percentage. So it won't just be 50 million. It will be 50 million, and then the upside of what they make, from merchandising and, all the other things. That's fair. A $15 million flat fee isn't fair. And then they say, the latest thing, oh, well, he get $28 million. He's offering Deontay Wilder a $28 million. Again, if they make $100 million, he get $28 million. Deontay Wilder. That's still only a 28% fee. That's like only 28% out of 100. So is that fair still? No, it's not. But I don't even care about the money. The thing that I'm basically pointing out right now is how biased people try to call people biased. I don't understand that, because if we put the shoe on the other foot, if Deontay Wilder was offered $50 million, right, and he did not accept that, what would be the narrative? Deontay Wilder is ducking. Deontay Wilder is don't want the fight. He declined $50 million. Oh my God, how scared is this man? That would be the narrative. But it's not the narrative, because you guys have so much hatred for Deontay Wilder that you will stick with anything that Eddie Hearn says, which he have you guys looking stupid because he changes his story every time. Remember, Tyson Fury isn't fighting. He isn't ready. He told me that he's not going to fight. Oh, it's a publicity stunt. Remember that? You ran with that. Then it went to, why isn't the contract signed? Oh, this just all, to get to Anthony Joshua. Oh, I believe that they'll fight when he step in the ring. He's not going to fight. Oh, Tyson Fury is going to get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. Everything that this man said was not true. It did not come to pass, but they still believe and listen to Eddie the Germ, Worm, Sperm, Hearn. I don't understand. How do you guys listen to this dude? And then the fact that you like Anthony Joshua and have a lot of disdain for Deontay Wilder, how could you still follow the lies? How could you still try to say everything that somebody else say and then try to flip it to your advantage? Everybody knows that Barry Hearn and Eddie Hearn sat there and said that they're not going to fight, including Anthony Joshua made this statement maybe 2019, 2020. Oh, does that not sound familiar? Did you guys forget about that? Oh, does this not sound like they're trying to push it for 2020? Does it not sound like they're trying to age him out? I mean? Does it not sound like that? Because it does to me. Like I said, I follow no man blind, including Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder has showed me that he wanted this fight. And now that he found what they call a dance partner, now all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua is on this tour, this basically damage control tour. And people don't understand that he looks even worse now. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Sporting Icon who follow everybody blind, and he basically listened to the LDBC, and then he basically try to say everything opposite of what they say, but act like he don't listen to them. That man is obsessed with the LDBC, and shout out to 78. You know, I have no affiliation with the LDBC, but they bring it. They bring the truth. And then, you know, I see a lot of people try to make a lot of views off the LDBC. You know, I respect those brothers. I respect all of them, and I have no affiliation with them at all. But you got people like Sport Icon who's misleading people, who basically speak to the sentiment that he believes in. And he probably is a borderline racist, because I done seen him like comments where people saying racist things. You know, and I understand, you know, that you have your own opinion, but he based his channel off of what the LDBC says, and then he goes and he says the opposite and try to say Deontay Wilder is ducking because he finally admitted it. Like, bruh, find your own lane. You guys are biased. These people are biased. Biased people calling you biased is the craziest thing to me. Anthony Joshua not wanting to fight. Everybody know that Anthony Joshua is the so-called A-side, but he's not a 70-30 A-side. You know what I'm saying? Versus Deontay Wilder. He's a at least 40-60 or 50-50 A-side. Or 45-55 A-side. He's not that big of an A-side. And I'm not being biased. I'm being realistic. I'm being neutral in this situation. But that's all I got for now, man. It's your boy Ken. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. I'm out.